You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Ferris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Ferris. Good Monday to you, sir. How you doing?
Hey, Memorial Day.
It is Memorial Day.
There you go, a little tidbit on that. You know, it was originally called Decoration Day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Folks decided to decorate graves at Arlington National Cemetery.
Yeah.
Actually, this day in 1868.
Yeah. Shortly
Wow.
after the Civil War.
Keynote speaker on that day, a young Ohio congressman and former Union General, James A. Garfield.
Yeah.
Oh.
He went on to become president, by the way.
Thanks, John. How about you filling those blanks?
I do what I can.
For me. I don't know why you don't have your own PBS special.
I could. About certain things.
Pretty crazy celebrating birthdays today, and I've only got one because it's probably the biggest one like ever.
Oh.
Because he was actually over 1,000 different characters over time. Mel Blanc.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Born this day. The man of 1,000 voices.
Yeah, he was.
Dude was Bugs Bunny, Elmer Fudd, Daffy
Yeah.
Duck, Porky Pig, and my all-time favorite, Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah,
No, I
that
love
was a good one.
Foghorn
Right?
Leghorn.
Fantastic. Foghorn Leghorn should be on the $20 bill.
Or at least the 10.
Firmly convinced. That's all there is to it. Let's see, historically speaking, pretty crazy stuff going on. It was 1806. 1806 this day. Future U.S. President Andrew Jackson kills Charles Dickinson in a duel
Yeah.
after Dickinson accuses Jackson's wife of bigamy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy?
Things used to be so much simpler. It's like, hey, you dissed my old lady.
I can't believe there's not a movie about Andrew Jackson. He had a very interesting life.
Maybe we should make one.
I'm
He
just
was
saying.
all right. Again, life just used to be simpler.
When he became
I
president,
need to shoot you. And not only am I going to shoot you and kill you, I'm going to go on to be president. That's how
And
great
we're going to
this
make a
is.
game of it. Let's
Well,
walk
and-
10 paces and then I'm going to blow you
Yeah.
away. Yeah.
well, and he when he was just a boy during the Revolutionary War, one of the British soldiers basically told him to lick his boots, and he said no, and the soldier smacked him in the face with a sword, so he had a scar on his face from that. I'm like, this guy, talk about an interesting dude.
Andrew rolled hard.
Yeah.
He rolled
And then when he
hard.
became president, they had the inauguration party in the White House, and they trashed the place. They had to sneak out. 'cause
We
his
need
friends
more
were so
people
rough.
like that.
Well, I'm not
I
saying we need
agree.
people like that. I'm just saying he's an
No,
interesting-
because we do.
it would be an interesting movie.
It was a simpler time.
Yeah.
It was 1848. And I just love how stuff just comes to fruition. 1848, this day. Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo.
Okay.
Between the United States and Mexico comes into force. That basically gives the United States California, New Mexico, huge parts of Nevada, Utah, Arizona, and Colorado to the U.S. for the sum of $15 million.
Wow.
Nice.
Today's bucks, that's about $550 million.
Yeah, that's still a good deal.
But still, and you look at it and people can vouch about it. Well, you know, technically that still belongs to blah, 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 blah. Hey, if you would have taken a business or a real estate course, maybe you would have done better. That's just kind of how this works.
Yeah.
And it was in 1896, I love this story so much, the very first recorded official car accident occurs in this country. Automobile, driven by Henry Wells, hits a bicyclist in New York City.
boy.
And I can guarantee you the cyclist had it coming.
Oh, come on.
Guarantee you. Because to this day, it still goes on. Hey, you know what? If you're a biker and you know who I'm talking to, you know who you are. I see you out on the trails. You know, 50, 60-something-year-old man wearing spandex.
Oh, that guy?
You need to stop it.
Yeah.
Unless you're fronting an 80s hair metal band.
Yeah.
Stop wearing that. Until you're paying a wheel tax and everything else, just get out of the way.
There you go.
All right. Boy, I get a little cranky
You
about
all
that
right?
stuff.
Take a breather?
Quite frankly, and I'm not quite sure who this guy was who was driving that car way back in the day, but he should be on the $20 bill too. All right, I know, you know, we all know. We just forge ahead here.
You're going to do that. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Thank you for listening on Memorial Day. Our guest today is Erin Brown with the State Veterans Cemetery. It is just outside of Sioux Falls on Slip Up Creek Road, and there was going to be an event there this morning. That event has now been moved to the South Dakota Military Heritage Alliance on North Russell Street in Sioux Falls due to the weather this morning. But first of all, we'll just say hello to Erin. We were at this event at the cemetery last year, and that place is absolutely beautiful.
Yes, and actually it will be 1 year. Our first ceremony out there was our first Memorial Day, along with our ribbon cutting 1 year ago. And
I wish we could be there today, but because of the weather, it's going to be indoors at the South Dakota Military Heritage Alliance. What time does it all get started?
The music will be starting by the Sioux Falls Municipal Band at 10 a.m., and then our program will be starting at 10:30.
And again, the event was going to be held at the cemetery, but due to the bizarre weather we've been having, it's going to be indoors now, and that will be at the South Dakota Military Heritage Alliance, and that is on North Russell Street in Sioux Falls.
Correct. Yes.
And that is where people were going to park anyway. So if you were going to go to this event, you were going to park there and ride a bus. Now you're going to park there and just walk inside the building instead of getting on a bus and riding out to the cemetery.
Absolutely. Right where you'll be standing for the event.
And again, the program was originally scheduled to be at the cemetery, but due to the weather, it's going to be now at the Alliance building. But let's talk about some of the amazing programs and events that you've had this last year at the cemetery.
So we have had over 350 burials completed in this first year. We continue to have so much interest, so many walk-ins every day, so many phone calls, so many pre-applications, and everyone that comes in just talks about, how much it's grown in the last year and how amazing it is to have on this side of the state. So that's been quite rewarding to see and hear, even within this first year.
And this is the first veteran cemetery like this in the state of South Dakota, right?
Yeah, it's federally grant funded, but state owned and operated.
And we were just talking about what a difference has been made. It was just a few years ago we were there for the ribbon cutting. And the area that we stood that day, it was also a rainy day, by the way, that whole area is completely gone now. And it's like the level has been dropped down a bunch, a lot of grading. You don't even recognize the place. Again, an absolutely amazing transformation out there at the Veteran Cemetery. It is just amazing, the transformation that's happened over the last year and a half, 2 years.
Correct. That was our groundbreaking back in September of 19 on that rainy, cold, muddy day. And yes, right where we were standing there is kind of the lull of where our Avenue of Flags is now, which is hard to believe because we were kind of up on a hill at that point in time.
And the reshaping has been an absolutely amazing transformation. Again, the event that was going to be at the cemetery today for Memorial Day will now be at the Alliance building at 10 a.m. Let's talk about who's going to be speaking at the program today.
Yeah, so today we will have, like I had said, the City Municipal Band will be out. We'll have Post 15 American Legion will be posting our colors and holding a rifle volley. Mayor Paul Tenhaken will be here, Congressman Dusty Johnson. Our guest speaker is Susan Irons. She's a county veteran service down in Lincoln County. And we'll have the fife and drum out here as well.
And again, the event has been moved indoors. It will be at 1600 North Russell Street. That is the South Dakota Military Heritage Alliance building. And it's actually where people were going to park anyway. Instead of getting on buses, you're going to just stay right there. So head inside the building. Erin, we'll see you in just a bit.
Great. We'll see you at the event.
Again, the event starts at 10 a.m. It was going to be at the Veterans Cemetery. If you get a chance, maybe not today because it's going to be muddy and yucky, but get out there and check it out some other day. Now the event has been moved inside at the South Dakota Military Heritage Alliance. That is located on North Russell Street in Sioux Falls. I've got all the details at facebook.com/sunnyradio.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting. Yeah.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. Dan, what do you find interesting on this Monday?
You know, you guys are, it's a whole different world. You have 2 kids. You have a son and a daughter.
Yeah.
I have a son and a daughter.
Yeah.
But my children left as soon as they possibly could. They left Sioux Falls.
As soon as they were able to walk, or
You know,
they waited a little longer?
Age 18 hadn't even quite dried on their diplomas yet, and they were just out of here. Whereas your children have decided to stay here.
Yes.
Yeah, they're here.
And they like it here. I just tripped across this article by people who compile this information, and it's in the past 5 years. Where do young people from Sioux Falls go?
Oh, yeah. Where
Okay.
do they go?
Where do they move to? And we have the top 10 destinations. How they figure this out, I have no idea. But
Oh, they know, Dan. They track you every step you take, every move you make.
some
They'll
of
be
this
watching
is surprising because nobody asked my kids where they were going. They just left.
you. Yeah.
You know, it's,
They found
it. At number 10, the 10 most popular place to land out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota for youngsters, Riverside, California.
Really?
Yup, 117.
Okay.
That's the most popular place.
That's number 10.
Oh, number 10.
Okay.
Okay.
We're doing the
that's-
top 10.
I can see that then.
I could kind of see this one. I've actually had the pleasure to be there. It is kind of beautiful. Fort Collins, Colorado at number 9.
Okay.
About 121 of
Okay.
our
I can see that.
native Utes have headed that way in the past couple of years.
And this is the entire state or just the city of Sioux Falls?
City of Sioux Falls, actually.
Okay, so Sioux
Okay.
Falls kids. all
Okay,
right.
number 8, Memphis, Tennessee.
Wow.
Oh.
That's cool.
You know, Memphis, Nashville, that's become kind of a big
Yeah.
deal in the past
Yeah, it
10
is.
years or
Yeah.
so. But 126 folks. Number 7, I don't know why this surprised me, but it does, Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay, I was going to say, I bet Omaha and Minneapolis will be on the list.
Yeah.
Okay, number, let's see, about 153 of our natives. At number 6, this one shocked me, Seattle, Washington. Who wants to be in
Yeah,
Seattle?
right. I know.
But, there's some.
But about 220 people in the past
Okay.
couple of years have headed that way. Phoenix, Arizona is at number 5.
I can
That
see
one
that
doesn't
one.
surprise me, yeah.
223 people.
Probably going down there for that University of Phoenix.
There you go. At number
Online.
4, Lincoln, Nebraska.
I see that
I
one.
see
It's
that
school
too,
town
yeah.
there,
333 individuals. Twin Cities lands at number 3. See, I thought
Yeah.
that was going to be number 1.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's at number 3. Approximately 550 of our Ute have headed that way in the past couple of years. I'm from there. I grew up there. Here's a hint. Stop.
Don't go there.
There's a reason I don't go back.
Yeah.
This one, and I don't know if all these kids just lost to bet or what, but at number 2 is Sioux City, Iowa.
Oh, wow.
630.
Really? Oh my
Morningside.
gosh, that was a big jump.
Going to school at Morningside.
Oh, I suppose. Yeah, because we're talking
A lot of these
college.
places-
Is there a draw there? Because quite frankly, I don't know a lot about
I know
Sioux City. I'll be
several
honest with
kids
you.
who went to school from
Yeah,
Sioux Falls.
that's true.
In this area, in Morningside University. Yeah, and in, or whatever, Morningside College.
Now, this one, this threw me for a loop. The number 1 destination for our Ute.
Is there a
leaving Sioux
college in this
Falls.
town?
There is, but it's not even out of state. It's at number 1 is Rapid City.
Yeah.
Okay.
1,160.
Wow.
But think
Sioux
about
Falls
this.
natives have headed West River in the past couple of years.
If they're in the military, they could be based there. If they go to school,
That's
they
That
could
may
be
be
based
part of it.
there.
That's
so,
true.
Okay.
So a lot of
Yeah.
the places you mentioned have military bases nearby. A lot of the places you mentioned have colleges nearby. So that list makes sense to me.
All right.
I'll vouch for that.
All right, John,
Very
you're
cool.
good with it. I'm totally okay with it.
As long as we both agree.
You know, arguing
Whatever.
for me, because
No
it's
matter
not
what
like you
Heidi
just
says.
make stuff up.
No, I try. Mine's never very believable.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah,
I
it's
can see
very
why. I
interesting.
also do.
Well, there you go. Hey, Memorial Day. Remember the reason for the day. I'll catch up with
Yeah.
you guys tomorrow. Have a peaceful day, guys.
Absolutely. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left. So how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Monday, May 30th, 2022. Equities began to rebound last week, but we wouldn't call it a rally just yet. The S&P 500 moved up off the recent lows and closed above the 4,100 level, but there is still risk ahead. The takeaway for the market is that with a cloudy outlook for Q2 and the second half earnings and summer season fast approaching, the adage of sell in May and go away may be the best advice for investors. An upswing in prices will most likely be met by selling that will cap gains and keep the S&P 500 range bound until the fall. The hurdle for the market this week will be the economic data. There's a raft of data including PMI, ISM, factory orders, and the Fed's Beige Book on top of the monthly labor data. As a whole, the data should indicate slowing and sluggish economic activity in the face of a tight labor market and rising inflation, otherwise known as stagflation. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at MarketBeatMinute.com.